Robert Alterman again. Mr. Johnson has let me know that I'm a little late in getting a new video out, so I wanted to expand a little bit on some things we did last time. I was going to show a few more shoulder moves and how they revolve around the neck. Some of my favorite little moves for the the head and shoulders. Excuse me. And Mr. Johnson also has a request for things for his sciatic nerve. So with that being said, here's where I'm going to start. If you remember the breathing from last time, we'll start there, and I'll start going into some easy stretches for you. So hang on just a second here. Let me get us all set up. All right, first of all, for my neck, I like to do 3 different exercises. One, I like to take my arm and go behind my back, and then I'll apply just a mild amount of pressure, and once again, you want to feel the crown of your head pulling up, and lean. You'll feel a pressure all along this area, your trapezius muscles, a bit of your deltoid. I like to hold that for a count of 20 and breathing all the time. And then do the reverse, so shoulder back. And if you're like me, I've got a lot of old shoulder injuries. Some of my range of motion is not as good on the right side. Bring my neck over, and this one I usually can feel pretty deep. Sometimes I get headaches from this kind of stuff, so I really need to concentrate on things like this. And then when we're done there, I like to look up and feel, use the chin to point up to the ceiling. And then the opposite, use your chin and put it to your chest and look down. Now, some of you might not have that range of motion, so go as far as you can take it without killing yourself. Please stretch. If you wind up in a pain zone, back off. Once again, I'm gonna repeat the whole playing the edges idea, where you go to where you can feel the stretch. If it's painful, back off. One of my favorite teachers always said the door to yoga always opens towards you, so you have to back up a little bit and back off. So look down, and if this doesn't feel like it's giving you enough, you can give yourself a little tiny bit of pressure on the skull. All right, so another thing I like to do is lock my arms behind my back. And whether I'm standing or sitting, I'll kind of let myself trill over the top of my knees and let my wrists go roughly as far as I can take it without, going crazy. Just got a little bit of a spine pop there. And I also will kind of be very careful on this one, because if you're a little dehydrated, you might get some cramps in your stomach area. You might feel a little bit of a pull in this area or in this area. And that's okay, as long as it's just a pull, not a hurt, all right? For Mr. Johnson, his request, we're gonna do something similar than we did last time, where we did this. I want you to cross all the way over, and this time you can bend towards this like I taught you before, but you can also let yourself kind of rotate a little bit out, and perhaps even tuck the knee and elbow opposite for each other. Give yourself a little bit of a turn here. And if you want to, you can even try to go forward a little bit. I kind of like this. It's kind of, some of the feeling is kind of similar to the windshield wipers that you're laying down with when you're doing a on your back series. And you come across the other side, over the top, and let yourself lean a little bit. Hook here. This will also kind of get your IT band if you do it right. And that one's obviously pretty related to something we've done in the past. Also, Mr. Johnson, this one will help you a bit with your sciatic muscle. piriformis area. Some of the other things for that will have to be done laying down, but I can show you that. That's a little bit beyond the scope of what we're doing right now, because I'm just trying to do chair exercises for somebody who maybe has limited area. But if you want to sit on the floor, you can do things that will, you know, one leg match the top ankle, matches the top of your knee. And here, let me adjust the camera a little bit. Here. So like one knee, stack your ankle on top, and if you want to, you can fold forward just a little bit. As you can see, I'm pretty tight in the hip today. The opposite of that here, and bend forward. The other side of my hip is pretty tight too. Been kind of a stressful few days. Not been really easy on me, but here we go. One of my favorite kind of things to work on when I'm in the office and I'm having a stressful day. Remember, breathe in and out. The bellows breathing, where you're using your stomach pushes in when you breathe out. Breathe in, stomach blows out. That's my favorite kind of breathing. I know there's 100 different kinds of breathing for yoga, but that's my favorite. It's also something they promote in Tai Chi quite a bit. And all right, that's as far as I'll take it today. Namaste.